CJ, how do I do Google My Business? So today we're going to learn Google My Business. Are you ready? Buckle up. Once upon a time, so in episode 36, which was 2 episodes ago, we talked about how to be found on Google. And watch that full episode if you want to learn about these 3 things. But basically it broke down to these 3 steps. Number 1, the search console, where you can register your website. Step 2 was Google My Business, how to register your business. And then step 3 was how to build and add content, and I referred back to my episode 13 where I talked a lot about how to create your content. So that kind of tied in with last episode about 37, where does your content come from? And then episode 13 about how to build that content. So today, it's kind of a takeoff of episode 36 where we talked about being found on Google. We're going to talk more about Google My Business. So the question is, CJ, how do I do Google My Business? So today we're going to learn Google My Business. Are you ready? Buckle up. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go over the main points with you from the Google My Business website. It's easy to get to. You can just Google My Business, or the actual address I think is business.google.com. But if you just go to google.com and type Google My Business, they'll take you right there. And right on the home page, they're going to promise you 4 things. We're going to go over that right now because it's a really great way to illustrate why. Why do we want Google My Business? What's the big deal? And what do we need to do with it? So the first thing it says on the page is engage with customers on Google for free. Connect with customers across Google Search and Maps. So this is the biggest deal right here. This is the important piece. So I'm going to highlight the important steps as we go through this. So the first one is Google Search and Maps. That's the biggest deal. That's the entire reason we want you to be on Google My Business. So let's talk about what that is. It sounds like it's the same thing, and it kind of is because of how it's integrated, but it is different. So let me show you why. If you go to Google and you do a search for anything, it kind of comes up like this. Let me show you what that looks like. Kind of comes up like this. And as you see at the top, Gilbert Studio's website design, this is an example of you type something into Google, you hit go, and you get this whole list. Do you see on this left-hand side, the 4 top items are labeled ad? So that's the advertisement section. That's where you pay to go to the top of Google. That'll get you on the first page of Google immediately, and it costs you money to get there and stay there. Then below that, see where it says San Diego website design, and it's actually referring to gilbertstudios.com. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th thing down, and then the 6th one down is Yelp. So right there is what we call the organic listings. This is your long-term goal. This is really where you want your website to begin to appear, is that natural organic listing. So this is just a little kind of explanation of what we're looking at. So you type something into Google, immediately you see the ads, then below that you get the organic listings, and then sometimes right between the two you get a picture of a map, and that's what integrates with Google Maps. Now, it's because I searched for my business name specifically, it skipped that because it's showing me on the right-hand side what they call the knowledge card. This knowledge card is what Google knows about the thing that you're looking for, or specifically the business that you're looking for. And this is being pulled out of the Google Maps area. So it's doing both. So it's showing it to us right now on the search, in the search console, but it's also tied into the Google Maps software. And if you click on any of these things, see photos, see outside, save, directions, if you kind of click around on any of these things over here, it's going to take you into the Maps view. Or if, let me go back, if on this first page you clicked Maps right up at the top, it says all images, news, videos, maps. If you click Maps at that point, you also come to this view. This is the Maps view. This is where it actually drops the pin on the map, and it gives you a lot more options. You can get directions, you can save the location. There's a lot of contact information in here. We're going to go over a lot of those things. So the first thing is it's going to get you on the Search Console and the Maps together and separately. Kind of confusing, but that's how it works. The second thing it promises is to get customers with a great business profile. So this is another profile for your business, and you can post photos and offers. So this is kind of interesting. You used to be able to do posts when they were trying to compete with Facebook, but they decided not to do that anymore. They decided to change it, but you're still allowed to include photos, and you can make offers that kind of expire after a week or so, but it's still a great place to put out what you're doing on the internet. And then it gives your customers more ways to reach you. Your customers are ready to connect by calling, messaging, or leaving reviews. So another great thing is on that same, I'm taking you back to the Maps view, on that same area where it shows all the information, it's got a bunch of buttons, and they can click right on it to go to get those directions or to give you a phone call. Now, I looked this up on my computer, so you don't see it here, but if I had looked this up on my phone, one of these buttons would say call now or call. You can even see it's offering me a send to your phone button. So if I click that one, it would actually forward the number over to my phone so I can make that phone call. But the point is, it's giving you this contact area. It shows your address, your hours, your website. And as you scroll down, you see the photos that are available. You see the reviews for the company. You can start to read individual reviews. You can leave a review. So this really does give people a great overview of your business and a way to interact with you right away. See how customers connect. This is the fourth thing. Clicks, calls, bookings, follows. See how your customers engage with your business profile. So once you've signed up for a Google My Business account, you can start to see what people are doing with it. In other words, this screenshot that I took right here from inside my own Google My Business shows you that in this performance over the last 28 days, so it's about a month of activity that we're looking at, and I had 246 views, of which 99 came from the Search Console, and 147 came from the Maps. Isn't that interesting, right? It might be more than you thought. Might be the other way around. It was for me. I thought I'd get more searches. Turns out more views from the Maps. You can click searches to kind of go deep into that. And here is, it's breaking it down. Out of 149 searches, there were 16 customers who were searching for my business name specifically, but there were 133 people who were looking for a category, product, or service. So in other words, these direct people, they were searching for me, Gilbert Studios. The other people, they were just searching web design or La Mesa web design or something like that, web design near me. And that's how they came across my profile, because they were searching for my type of business. Both hugely valuable. And then you can click on that third tab, activity, and this is what people actually are doing. So it's telling me that out of 441 types of activity, 9 of those were website visits, 0 calls, 0 direction requests, but 432 photo views. So for me, that makes sense. For my type of business, your business is going to be different. Maybe you're the kind of person that gets more calls. For example, a plumber that's one of my clients, he's all calls. He gets very few website visits and photo views, and it's all phone calls. But that's what he wants. That's what makes sense for him. With me, people typically go to a website, or they jump to a resource, or they email me or something. Or here's what's also true. By the time people call me, they're not really calling me through my Google listing. They already have my number. They're texting me. They just pick up the phone and call direct. Does that make sense? So this doesn't mean that I've received 0 phone calls. It means that nobody clicked the call button to call me from the listing in that moment, which is okay. They probably went to my website. They looked around for a minute, and then they called me. So for me, this makes total sense, that it's all about the website visits and the photo views more than it is about calls or directions. No one gets directions to come to me. That's not how my business works. So every business, every industry is probably going to be a little bit different in this regard. So I would say that Google My Business is absolutely the best for brick and mortar physical spaces where your clients and customers come to you, because it obviously offers the greatest tools to get the directions, to get the maps, to integrate with the maps and get directions right to your front door, or call you for your service or product. It's still really great for those with a service area and you go to them, because they could be searching for a plumber near me, for a maintenance near me, for some kind of service that they need. So even if you don't want to list a specific business address where your clients are coming to, you can create a service area that indicates the clients that you serve and where they are located. So it could still be helpful in both places. So this is how you get on the map of Google. You've got to be there. You've got to be there. Google, of course, is the #1 search engine, and the #2 and the #1 maps, and it integrates with so many other things. You've really got to be there. Now, there's a lot of other websites and directory listings to mention, and so I'm going to offer you my free scan tool, scan.gilbertstudios.com. Put in your business name, address, phone number, and just see how you show up online. This is going to do a free scan of like 60 to 80 of the top listings and just show you where you show up and what that info is. If you have questions on how to fix that, let me know and I'll help you with anything that looks skewy in your report. But for now, this just gives you a good peek at everything going on. Today, we're just focusing on Google My Business. So let's set it up. Let's set up your Google My Business. Now there's two ways to get started, but basically it involves the same one step. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Let me know if you need any help at all with this particular step. And again, if you have any questions at all about the whole process, I want you to come right back here to Ask a Web Geek and let me know how we can help you. At Gilbert Studios and Ask a Web Geek, we understand the internet is a jungle. It's too easy to get lost and fall down the wrong path. You want to hire a well-trained guide, join up with a tribe of people who can lead you through and get you where you want to go. Have yourself a wonderful week, a wonderful Website Wednesday. Let me know how we can help you and support you, and we'll see you next week in the web jungle. Thanks for being part of our tribe today. We'll see you soon. Help me help you. Help me help. Thank you. Thank you for helping me help you to help them. Something like that. The internet's a jungle. Roar. Bye for now. Thanks for being here.